What's up, you guys? Hope you're having a great morning. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a week. I've actually had my buddy's car here. We've been doing my first front wheel drive clutch, so it's been a whole journey. We've messed up some things along the way. I've had to pay for it, so now we're just waiting on some parts and we should be able to finish that today. But since that's going to be a lengthy video, I'm here to start on a whole nother one to give you guys for tomorrow morning. Today we're going to start swapping out our red interior over here into my Slicktop. So if you didn't know, red interiors, there was about 2,700 of them produced, and the same goes for the Slicktop chassis. There was only about 2,700, and so like 2,750 or something of these that were made. So we're actually going to go with kind of a two-tone red and black interior. It's going to be super hard to find a red Slicktop headliner. That's honestly one of the rarest combinations in these cars, so that's what we're shooting with here. Odds are we're going to keep this red, so we definitely got to change the guts. Idea is, let's keep the black carpet, black seats, and we'll do red everything else other than A-pillars up and potentially these back. We'll have to see, because we're going to go with red trunk pieces, so we got to see how well these fit or contrast with that. So a big reason that I haven't posted yet is I'm kind of trying to stray away from posting incomplete. I want to start finishing stuff and give you guys a full experience of a viewing experience. So we're going to try to change things around here in 2024. So enough of the talk, let's get to work. I've actually accumulated a whole bunch of really nice 2+0 interior that was going to go in this, but now I'm very happy that I actually get to use it in a chassis that was well deserving. For those of you that didn't know, the chassis VIN on that car is 3,333. I think it's super neat, and I think it's definitely well deserving to keep this car around and give it a nice restoration. Probably a good time to clean this trunk out as well. Bunch of usable stuff, but not for now. Oh, so spicy. I also just ordered a bunch of stuff to complete some missing bits and broken bits here in the interior. I managed to find some caps here. Super stoked about that. This is gonna look nice. Even got the straps that I absolutely don't need. No T-top problems. I don't even think this thing is bolted in at all. Well, that makes it really nice. These are usually the not so fun pieces to remove. Thankfully it's only cracked down here and stuff. It's not really bad. As I just break that. Wow, I'm such an idiot. Unless he just had it, he might have just had it tucked underneath. I likely don't think that I just did that. Especially if this thing was just off to be dyed. Now, one of the really annoying things to do here is to pull these hatch struts so you can get these quarter pieces off. We're actually just going to pull this whole hatch off. Because if you didn't know or can't see, we actually got a white hatch right over there. Happens to be a 2+0, so it works out perfect. He actually did go through here and totally restore this trunk. At least shined it up. Nice build. Wow. Now I can clean the plaque off my teeth. It's always what I wanted. Free trip to the dentist. I usually prefer to take these off the hatch first, so then I can just flop the strut down while I hold the hatch up. And then I can just take the struts off of these themselves. If not, you'll damage the plastic more than likely. There's not a lot of clearance. Oh hey, what's up guys? Now we got the El Camino Z. Now you can flex your strut out and actually be able to pull these off without destroying your quarter pieces. Just happen to notice over here, that's exactly what someone else did. That's what we're trying to avoid here. Now you would think with all that off, you could just start taking your quarter glass trims off. You can't. You actually have another screw. You see the 2 Phillips down here. There's actually one more down here, and then there's a panel clip in the side. And you also have a screw right up here. And you have a little piece up here. Usually there's a plastic finisher in the way. like that. There's actually a couple panel clips here, a screw, and all these finishers. There's Phillips underneath, your tins up here, and actually you have to pull this parcel tray to get access to your other ones up here. That's how you pull these center pieces out. So now let's go ahead and just pull all of that out. You know, I can't resist this time. These are usually mouse houses. Nice. That's exactly what we've been smelling. Dang, it never fails with me and these Z's, man. Something that told me that I knew something was going to be over there that I didn't see originally. Look at this mouse hole that's chewed through the carpet so they have a spot to get underneath that console. That's ridiculous. Safe to say the mummy has not been the... Ah! That scared the crap out of me. I just had some bug attack me. Yeah, I don't think he's been gone that long. This is why we don't let these Z's sit, people. And there's a baby. Family reunion's over, guys. Now, as long as there's no more surprises. And we got all this gross, nasty interior out. I'm actually going to have to wash a lot of this before I put it back in, just to make me feel better and to kind of eliminate the smell. Not only that, check out number 3 resident that we have found. Not happy. This one, I'm afraid it's still alive, so this gives me the heebie-jeebies. What makes it even worse is how full my trash can is. Let the record be known, I absolutely cannot stand mice. I think they're absolutely disgusting. Well, he ain't moving. I'll have to say he's gone though, but wow, that thing is huge. Dude. Oh, I'm afraid I'm not gonna get it. I just had to have grabbed another carcass. It's falling. Yeah, I just crunched some old mouse skull. And well, I'm gonna have to say this is probably why the ABS is not working, or having issues, so to speak. Holy cow. They literally stole all the car's sound deadening. Let's just pull this piece off. Fully automatic relay box. I don't know, looks like trash to me. Now before we go any farther stripping all this down, I think it's probably a good time. We can go ahead and put some of the rear trunk pieces in. I'll go ahead and put the shock covers over right now, even though I know we probably should wait because we're gonna have to clean it, but I'm not gonna put all the front stuff in just yet. But since I'm not actually bolting these down, we'll go ahead and throw them over in that. Went ahead and put the carpet in just to kind of get the first feel of the red in my Slicktop. And we started to pull all the hardware and stuff off. And you know, now we're actually gonna get to show you guys what kind of damage we're working with here on my Slicktop. This side, I'm pretty sure I replaced. It's not broken somehow. You know, I'm not even sure if I've really seen these in any other car except my Slicktop. This car is the base model car. It's literally the cheapest option. No enclosed speaker housings. And you can even see right there how crumpled that wheel well is. Not to mention just how low. Yeah, they shouldn't look like that. So that's why we need to get this fixed. Luckily, I think we've came to the conclusion that we're actually going to finish our vert, NA, manual swap, put it all back together, and we're going to trade it to get this fixed. It's the best way for me to get the ball rolling on this thing, so I think that's the way we're going to go. We just got that sorted out today, so we're going to start to really dive into the vert to get it all finished and wrapped up. I'm actually not thinking I may not install all these just for that reason. I may just lay them in at most. I don't want to put them in and then have to worry about them. I'll take them with us so that way we can use it for reference points to line everything back up. But yeah, we'll probably just keep this pretty bare for now. What I forgot to mention is how we got all this in. That looks really nice, not gonna lie. And again, it is because these are all of my nicest panels. They're just a little dirty. In reality, we shouldn't put all this in, but we are anyways, because we have a lot of deep cleaning and we actually have to fix the ABS. So yeah, we'll just put it in for now. really bring the look of the car together. Interior's coming together. I think we got everything loosened up. Oh, wow. Yep. Dash is coming out. The only other red thing in here that we need is the other side right here. And honestly, that's it. So maybe we just pull that off and we start to focus, throw everything else together. That's probably the better way to go about this. Let's go pull the other interior. Just went and grabbed some nice warm water, dish soap, and an old toothbrush. And we're actually just gonna scrub all these up. This is probably gonna take me a minute. All clean. Now this is where things start to get way less fun. Well, I think that's gonna do us pretty good. I know it doesn't really look like much of a transformation, but however, the smell alone is all that matters. We are now all done. Minus the parcel tray, obviously. Still don't know if we're gonna throw that in just now or wait. I think everything else should be dry, but now we can start to strip the slick top. Oh, to prepare the car for what's to come. Let's just get her used to it. Red on red, that looks so nice. You know, even though I'm super bummed that right here I've got like a mouse hole on mine, at least it's somewhat comparable to having this. These dudes are pretty high dollar right now, especially brand new. Sheesh, let's not even talk about that. Now if there's a mouse nest under this, I'm gonna be ticked. Yeah, how it's supposed to be. Here's to potentially no casualties. Maybe, possibly. Yeah. Now that we got all of the rear panels out, let's go ahead. If they're dry, let's reinstall all of our new panels and start transforming this interior. You could say I got a little crazy with it. We got both the rear panels. I kept the black parcel tray for now. I kind of like the little bit of contrast there in the middle. Not to mention this is better than the red one. The red one's gonna need a little bit of cleaning. I took a lot of time to clean these already, so I don't want to take the extra time with the little bit of daylight I have, which now it's actually daylight savings time, or it's not, it's normal time. I don't know what you call that. We got a little bit more daylight now, so I think we'll actually be able to get the rest of this swapped over. Fortunately, I couldn't get this quarter piece in because this panel is so trashed. It's the only one that'll fit, so we gotta leave that out, and this one really just doesn't fit at all. We're just gonna leave this lay back here in the back of the car. Don't want to damage it, especially when this has not been destroyed already. I'm not gonna lie, I think now is probably a better time than ever to go ahead and sit the new hatch on, just because we'll have this closed up. We're actually done with the rear here, and the only thing we'll have left to do inside the car is actually the door panels. I'm gonna stick with the black seat belts, red panels, and I may do red covers. I don't know. We're gonna do a little bit of contrast. I really like the red and black look in the slick top, so especially if we're keeping the headliner, we gotta jazz it up a bit. We got the new hatch on. It looks pretty good, definitely better than the other one. Paints are pretty similar for this being a repaint, I'll have to say. Pretty happy with that too. Only thing is I got to kind of adjust the hinges. There were no hinges on the car or this hatch, so I had to actually do my own. We are a little less than flush over there, but this side sticks up. Got a little bit of adjustment, but as long as we actually have a hatch on there, at least for the night, we're all good. Now we can really start doing this interior. And well, I know you guys have seen me pull out a dash and all dash components probably like 10 times at least, so I'll save you guys some of the pain. Got all the dash out. That was actually pretty easy. Ended up coming by. We got to finish everything on his car. We filled it up with fluid, but we can't get it to bleed. So we got to pick up a vacuum bleeder so we can force the air out of that system and get his car out of here first thing tomorrow. Now, I did lose a lot of daylight, so it's really just up to me to throw this bad boy back in. I was just about to swap my VIN tags, but the old VIN tags that I put in are very, very tough. I think they're steel and they're just taking way too long to drill through. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent thing. So for now, we're going to switch the dashes and just leave the VIN tag how it is. We'll worry about that later. It's no biggie. I'm just going to store this dash here with my tag anyways. I guess the only reason that we need it may be for the white car, which with that new hatch, man, it's looking good. Oh, I just realized my GoPro was laying down. I don't know how much of that you've seen, but man, that looks so nice. I love the red so much. Once again, you guys see me do this way too much. Let's go ahead, at least finish out what we can before we go grab us some dinner tonight. I am all finished. So far, I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. I did accents a little different. I went kind of half and half with a lot of things. I didn't really know how to cut it with this right here. And we still haven't swapped these pieces out. I've actually got those two sitting right down there. I took both sides off of this because if you didn't know, you can actually remove this trim. And well, there was a mouse nest under there. I already knew there was a mouse nest from when we pulled everything else out. However, it was pretty soaked. I scrubbed it probably 15 times, and each time I was getting yellowish brown, just nasty foam. We just decided to take it up to the sink and give it a thorough wash. So now those are totally soaked. They're definitely clean now. We'll get to change them out momentarily. I went ahead and just threw this in for the time being. I did find a red one, but he wanted 70 bucks for it, and someone actually mounted a phone mount up here. So not really a fan of that. I would like to get one though. I think it would pull everything else together here. Well, oh man, that's so nice. I went ahead and put my black dash vents in. I appear to be missing this side over here. I'm not entirely sure if that's in the car in a box somewhere. I may have it. If not, I may just switch out those vents as well. I did order a new red vent over here. However, I may switch them out to black as well, just to kind of complement everything else. So let me know what you guys think, what you would say do differently here. A-pillars are not an option. Slicktop specific. They're different than all the other ones. They'll be nearly impossible to find. Wow, that's a little sickening. I just seen that mine's damaged over here. And we also can't pull these off unless we take these off, so I'm really not interested in that. Do you guys also think maybe I should put red sun visors? Maybe a red mirror? Maybe this in red? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm really digging this setup. And maybe if the carpet was red, it may bring the accents together a little bit more, but I think the black carpet's gonna be the move. This other one's really moused out. We gotta clean it thoroughly before we really decide to go that route. And I didn't get to change the door handles because I actually had to order that passenger door handle. So we don't have that yet. Man, I freaking love it. Now we need to get the drivetrain sorted so we can actually get this sent over to the body shop. Let's sort out this mess. Hopefully that'll dry relatively soon. Here is our nice new center console. I really like it, other than the little mouse hole over here. As long as it's clean, we're good to go. For any of you guys that want to do this, there's two screws that keep it on right here. You pull up this little carpet back here, you'll have 3 screws down here, and all that's holding them on is a Phillips here and there. I will say you want to pop the lid off to pull this off. If not, you will risk breaking the tab, just like that one right there is broken. And this goes on the inside. It just sits and hugs right in place. Now for the reinstall. Now we got it installed, and I tell you what, that single piece right there just brought this entire interior together. If I could potentially do it a different way, maybe I would match this with the lid and match this with the carpet, but I don't know, that's going a little too far. I like the just actual OEM piece replacement or substitute here. I know it's a little crazy looking back there. We actually do not need this anymore, considering we have a new one. Oh man, I'm seriously so obsessed, you guys. I cannot quit looking at this. The worst part about all of this is I'm not going to be able to drive this anytime soon. I mean, I could in the next month, but I've got a lot to do to get ready before we can get this ready to take it down to Indianapolis and get it fixed. So that's pretty much the game plan now. I got a couple hiccups on my buddy's car. That's literally almost done. We're on the last step. This needs a deep cleaning. Now we know it's a potential go if we get our convertible back together, that we can just trade it for work. So we're going to focus on getting the underbody finished, recoated, undercoated, and then all put back together and a running driving car. I think that's going to be it for this video, you guys. We got about all the interior swapped out. I'm happy with how it turned out. Obviously we're missing a couple things. I have no say or do over that. It just didn't come with the car. And once again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the interior scheme or how you would do it differently. I'm open to all ears. I could change this at any time, and a lot of this has to come back off anyways. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe down below, and stay tuned for more content, especially if you love them Z's. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.